identify himself early that he's here, and it's going to be exciting for him. I know he's excited to get back in the bowl season because I know he hurt himself at Florida State, and then the injury prolonged. So I know it really tore him up seeing us kind of struggle because we didn't have that huge depth at the linebacker anymore. But now this year everybody's older, so we do. But just give him what he deserves. He didn't get to play the ACC championship, he did this year, and had a great game, and then this bowl game. So it'll be good for him. I know he's super excited.
Do you think it's all possible for a team this good, I know, teams to be under the radar because there's so much attention focused on everyone?
It don't bother us none. You're talking about us, or you're talking about Notre Dame? So us, it don't bother us none. I know. So it's kind of like just a big mosh pit. So there's a lot of smoke, a lot of stuff going everywhere. Everybody's here, there, whatever. But I think when the smoke clears, it's really going to see the Tigers. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think once everything clears, we're going to still be standing strong, and everybody's going to be like, wow, we missed it. So it is what it is, but this team knows what we have, and we know we have a special bond with everybody, and I think that's what it's going to end up being, and everybody's going to know now, but on the outside, nobody really knows yet. So, like I said, when the smoke clears, they'll see Clemson, and then they'll kind of reminisce and be like, dang, we missed it.
We missed it. That's interesting. So you felt no need this year to kind of stand up and say, hey, we're good too?
Right. You know, we're going to prove ourselves in the game, and we've gotten to the playoff, and everybody's like, oh, yeah, they've just been all right. And that's okay. They can think what they want, but when this game and then hopefully the next game comes around, they'll be like, oh, they were a really good team, and one for the ages.
Was growing up, was there any kind of allure just to Notre Dame being Notre Dame for you? Did you have any kind of allure, watch the movie Rudy, anything like that kind of drew you to Notre Dame at all? Or is it just any other team that you'd ever play?
Any other team I'd ever play. I wasn't a huge Notre Dame fan. I was always a big Gator Bulldog fan. I loved those teams. I thought those teams were just freaking nasty and gritty, and that's where I wanted to go when I was a kid. Obviously times have changed and I'm here, but Notre Dame, I think they're just a huge program in football history, and I think they'll be remembered forever. And but me personally, I never really had that connection.
You guys have played on every big stage there is. The stage is certainly not going to affect you, but Jerry World, is there something special about Jerry World when you just look at it on TV and go, this place is pretty ridiculous?
Yeah, 100,000 people, so it's going to be bigger in our stadium, and it's going to be enclosed. So I think we'll see a orange in the stadium, and that's going to be exciting. And I know, the Dallas Cowboys staff will probably be watching the game. So that's kind of like a little incentive to play a little better, especially in front of Jerry Jones. So maybe I can get my name out there a little bit. You know, just a little sprinkle here and there on a couple plays, but it is exciting.
You probably answered this question already, but seeing what Ian Book has done this year, you guys have gone up against a great young quarterback in practice all year long. Are there any similarities between he and Trevor, because they sort of took over as starting quarterback at about the same time of the year?
Yeah, I think a lot of savviness. I think that's what he brings. He knows where his guys are going to be at all times, so he'll be scrambling around. You see him back here, and then he'll just hit somebody way over here. He's looking over here, you know. So a lot of savviness to the game. He's with his reads and things like that. He's just really got that. Trevor has that. Trevor is he's a dude, you know, and Trevor's as good as it gets. And having him in practice, competing against him every day is really going to help us for Booker.
How special is it to have a quarterback like you guys have gone up against every day? Obviously, you guys all love Kelly, but to see Trevor come as far as he has, as fast as he has, that's not something to happen.
Right. Well, best is the standard here, so we're always going to get the best. Our receiving core is awesome. They test us every day, and then having him in there, putting it where it needs to be. So kind of tight. You got to tighten your cleats a little tighter, strap your pads a little tighter against him, because you know he's going to bring it. He's going to put it in the little hole. So if your coverage is just a little off, he's going to expose you.
Speaking of receivers, this is a little off topic, but you've been around Hunter Renfrow. He's going to walk on national title, superstar, making the catch. How How crazy has it been to watch his progression and a guy that still seems to be like he could be walking down the street and nobody knows who he is?
Yeah, I think he's always been that dude. I know my first skills and drills out here, I just got done working out, then we come over here, everybody's kind of warming up, and we go one-on-ones. And I think it was like J-Ron and TJ, they're like, hey man, go out there with him. I'm looking at Hunter, I don't know Hunter, I'm just a branch off a tree. And I go in there and I'm like covering him, and he just routes me up bad, and I'm like way out. He's done scored and everything, and I'm like, good gosh, who is this dude? But he's always been the same. He's always been super humble. I've been around him for a long time. We have the same mentor, so we talk a lot about just life and things like that. So he's always been the same dude, and I think he's going to have a really good career following Clemson, and he'll always be remembered as the catch. But that's not him. He is just a good, godly man and humble as they get.
What makes